Too late now. I can always cut it. But I think next week at work I'm going to pull a Mitch McConnell. I'm just gonna disappear, and then all of the questions people are just not going to answer truthfully.
How you have to get people involved in this? How are you going to do that?
Oh, my wife is always my alibi. She'll lie for me all day.
Yeah, but you can only lie for so long until you need to produce some sort of documentation, Michael. You can't just not show up for work and expect them to know.
I'll come back after a couple of days, right? I'll just kind of go what? Mitch McConnell, and then I'll say I was taking a mental health day
for 2 weeks.
And well, not 2 weeks. I'm talking like 4 days. Mitch McConnell, he's been doing it since June 14th. It's been more than a month. I was only talking like maybe 2-3 days tops.
Oh, that's easy. That's just playing hooky, Michael.
Right.
That's not hard to do at all.
But I'm trying to get that to stick. Pulling a Mitch McConnell and just disappearing.
That's going to be tough. Also at that age, it's like, what is he, 82?
84.
84.
He's beyond elderly.
Why are you still calling the shots, man?
Right.
Like, go fishing.
So, like, everybody, there's a really good chance that he's, like, been dead, right? Because, one, he, like, disappeared, right? And the last anybody saw of him was getting loaded into the back of an ambulance.
Can I ask a question?
Uh-huh.
What would be the purpose of lying about him being dead or alive?
That is a great question, because we are coming up on midterms, and about this time is when
he's he's the leading candidate.
He's the incumbent, so they need to basically keep him alive. I'm doing air quotes. Keep him alive, so his seat doesn't go up for re-election, right? So they're lying about whether he's alive or dead or not, right, to make sure that the Republicans hold that seat in Kentucky. So they're basically like doing Photoshop to make it look like like he's alive. So this picture is hilarious, though. The most recent one that they showed was him in like this red checkered shirt, right? Mm-hmm. And like him smiling. Well, somebody found that same photo from like 2016. And they're like, they're just photoshopping him into a hospital bed at this point. Like, this isn't even convincing.
And they need to keep him alive, air quotes, until November, December. Another 6 months.
Something like that, yeah. Or like long enough to keep it out of being up for a general election.
All right, Michael. Hypothetical here. Mm-hmm. Let's say someone in Kentucky comes up to you, knocks on your door, says, "Hey, I got a job for you. For the next 6 months, you're going to have to pretend like this guy is alive and kicking. You're going to have to produce some film. You're going to have to produce some footage of him being alive, so the public thinks he is until the election's over." What are you going to do?
Oh man, that's how much money's on the table. Are we talking life-changing money?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
We're talking a couple million for sure.
How long is my NDA? Like lifetime NDA?
Yes, for life.
I don't know. This is a tough one. Morally, I would say no, right?
You wouldn't even do it?
Well, that's the morals, right? I think in reality, if they gave me enough money to wipe all of my debt clean, right, and kind of start fresh, and I just have to
millions of dollars.
Yeah, and I would just placate to an audience. I think my morals could get over that.
How about
for
this?
The right
for
price.
As long as for every year you stay quiet, that's $5 million in your pocket.
Hell yeah, man! Sign it up.
And you don't have to pay taxes ever again.
Hell yeah, dude! Pretending that somebody's alive for that type of deal, I would do a lot.
How would you do it, Michael?
How would I do it?
Yes.
I would probably invest some of that money into some of the best
you don't get
AI.
You don't start till 2027. You don't get it till next year. That's what
okay. Oh, okay. So I have to do a year's worth of work.
It's a pass or fail. He's got
Okay.
Yes.
I would probably invest all of my liquidity, as little as there is, into some sort of AI, right? Like the best of the best, to try to generate some sort of image or talking points, right? Or bring him on a camera-less podcast, right? And do some voice generation to kind of get him to talk, right? Or convince his staff that I am this new political podcaster with a YouTube channel, and through family friends, I got him to come on my podcast, and we have a long form conversation, right? And use vocal changes and I think that would buy me 4 weeks. You know, because this moves fast, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that would buy me about 4 weeks. And then as that is brewing, right, maybe that can get a little bit of a snowball effect, right, where I can kind of keep it going. Maybe I can release some phony medical records, right?
Yeah.
Get the coroner on my side. Be like, they're about to pay me this much. I'll give you this much if you give me some fake medical documents, you know?
Mm-hmm.
What happens if I lose?
Nothing.
No? Okay. You disappear.
Yeah. Russia.
Right. Yeah, Gulag.
Yeah.
You disappear. You got to go work in the basement of a data center for the rest of your life.
Have fun. I was thinking, too, you can also take different angles of him, but it looks like he's sleeping. And then you just AI Photoshop him in a different, like, places that he would be sleeping. You know, like a movie theater or, medieval times, something like that.
Put googly eyes on his
he's just sleeping. He's just like, of course Mitch fell asleep in the movie.
Right?
You know?
I mean, this dude falls asleep everywhere. There was a video of him, like, talking after some big Congress debate or something, and he just gets up there and doesn't say anything. And it's 90 seconds of awkward silence of him, like, stroking out almost. It was weird. It was weird to watch.
That just makes you think there really should be an age cap on,
oh my God,
on politics.
I know.
Like,
right.
After 65, go fishing. What are you doing? Get out of here.
Get into carve some wood ducks.
Yeah,
you know,
something.
like go do, like,
go
literally
spend time with the family. You haven't in the last 40 years.
Go do anything else, like literally anything else.
Anything else. Maybe that's something the founding fathers didn't think that people would live to be that long, so
right.
They didn't think to put an age cap on it. You know.
What was the lifespan in 1776? Maybe
probably. I'm going to guess 47.
38.
Damn.
Life expectancy was up to 38.
30.
Could you imagine? Like, literally, so I turned 35 this year, right?
Yeah,
Life
we got a couple
expectancy
years left.
was roughly 35 to 38 years old.
Wow.
In 1776.
Well, there's probably also like kind of skewed just because the amount of like child death and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm sure that's an aggregated number, because Franklin was in his 60s when he signed the Declaration,
50,
and he lived to be in his
80s.
80s.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm guessing that was
and it was practically legal to murder people too.
Exactly. Infectious disease, smallpox, malaria, dysentery, yellow fever, lack of sanitation. I mean, just getting kicked in the head by a donkey, right? That's got to be at least 5% of murder of deaths.
Exactly.
You know?
Just somebody challenging you to a duel out of nowhere, just because it's Tuesday.
Right? Imagine being like a detective back then. Well, I saw him shoot him. I didn't do it. Well, it's his word against yours, and he said he didn't do it. Case closed.
It'd be impossible to be a lawyer back then.
Right? He said he didn't do it, Judge. I don't know what else you want me to say.
Were you there? Didn't think so.
What evidence did you have? None. But he said he didn't do it. He's got an alibi. He was getting kicked in the head by a donkey. That's wild. That's wild to think about. 38 years old. I mean, when did it start turning, you think? Like, it's got to be in like the 1800s.
No, I'd probably say 1900s. Once modern medicine became more of a thing.
Yeah, probably.
I would say. But I've been wrong before.
So this is one of my favorite facts about a president. It's James Garfield. There's a really great Netflix show called Death by Lightning that explores all of this, right? But James Garfield was one of the handful of presidents that was assassinated, right? So this guy came up, Charles Guiteau, wanted to be famous, kind of like a John Lennon, Mark David Chapman thing, right? And shot James Garfield in the back in a train station. So it went into like, what did it? It was like his kidney or spleen. There was something about where it landed, right? That if they would have taken the bullet out, he would have been fine.
Yeah.
But because germology hadn't progressed as far as it needed to be, or wasn't like widely accepted yet, the doctor was literally pushing it in and then not washing his hands or his tools. And then he would use the same tools over again to try to like move the bullet around. So James Garfield died of sepsis, basically, right? And they do the autopsy, and the doctor goes, "Yeah, if you would have taken this out, he would have been fine." And everybody's like, "See, I fucking told you so." And so I don't know.
Well, they didn't have training for stuff like that back then.
No, germology was like
you really got to learn on the job, you know. A lot of trial and error.
Right. I think it was only prevalent in France at that point, like people like actually washing their hands.
I don't believe that for a second.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure it was the French.
You've seen Napoleon. He even says to the girl, "Don't bathe. Don't even think about it."
That's true. Yeah.
Oh, smell ya.
Let's see. The world's oldest germological lab was founded in 1929. But I'm pretty sure they started like researching it in the 1800s. I don't know. It's a rabbit hole I'll go down.
And now we have data centers, Michael.
And now we have data centers. Have you seen what? Okay, I had a question for you. Like, so they keep saying the data centers are AI, right? That they're just AI specific data centers.
Yeah.
Do you believe that? And if no, what do you think these things are actually being used for?
The truth?
Yeah.
I think that it's getting crowded in the Earth's core with all the lizard people, and they're trying to find a little bit more room. And these data centers are just a big place for them to hide out on Earth.
You think so?
They have more space, vacation spots for lizard people.
That tracks. They're putting a lot of them up, and they do. I mean, they suck in
acres and acres and acres.
They're huge, yeah, and they suck up a lot of water, and they create a lot of heat. A perfect terrarium.
See?
For lizard people.
See?
It's like it's wild how many of these things are like popping up, like all over the place. It's all I hear about now is more AI data centers, more AI data centers.
Because we got to compete with China. That's kind of the chicken and the egg there. Because it's like, oh man, should we really keep doing this? Should we really keep moving forward? It's like if we don't, could fall into the wrong hands. You know, you can't let them get ahead of you.
That's true. I mean, are we really is the U.S. really utilizing AI that much?
Absolutely.
You think so?
100%.
I mean, it is in basically.
There was this version of a company with Anthropic, Claude, that was so powerful that they'd only allow like the top 10 companies in the United States to actually like kind of use it. So like Apple, Google, Microsoft. So maybe that was I don't know if that was whatever, but so it was so powerful because it was like breaking into people's bank accounts, finances. Like it was able to do a lot of bad stuff.
This shit, I love OG movies, right? Like the first Captain America. I love seeing where those things start.
The origin stories.
And, like, yes, there's Terminator 1, right? But I think we're living in the OG story of what led up to Skynet. Are you familiar with the Terminator universe?
I am not. No.
No? Oh, man. Pat, you got to watch these movies, man.
I have a problem with the 80s. The 80s, well, not all the 80s, but I don't know.
So
the Lethal Weapons, I can't do them.
So Terminator, I mean, you really only need to watch, like, Terminator 2, honestly. Like, they explain everything that happened in Terminator 1 in Terminator 2. And you don't really need to watch the third one because it's kind of a really bad sequel that came out in, like, 2010, I think. And then all the other Terminators after that are just progressively worse. It's kind of starting to turn into, like, the Walmart version of the Fast and Furious movies.
Don't say that. That's not fair.
No, I'm saying that Terminator is the Walmart version. That Fast and the Furious is OG.
Okay.
But Terminator is like, it's not good. It's not good, Pat. Terminator.
So what happens in the second one?
So in the second one, Arnold Schwarzenegger comes back, right? And he's looking for Sarah Connor. Sarah
what do you
Connor
mean comes back
from the future. He's a
from
robot
the future?
man. Yeah, he's a robot.
Oh,
he's
God.
a T-800, I think it is. And he has to go back in time to make sure Sarah Connor doesn't die and her son stays alive, because John Connor is the one that saves humanity from Skynet. Skynet is a AI system that was developed and used for the military to, like, identify terrorists before they act, right? But then when they turned it live, the AI started to think that the only way to terminate all terrorists was to terminate all humans.
Oh, dear.
So to get beyond, like, somebody becoming a terrorist, you would just remove the person. Mm-hmm. So then it was put into, like, airplanes and, like, tanks and all this stuff, and then it became sentient, basically, right? Mm-hmm. So that's what Skynet is. It's like this big AI global security system that turns on humanity. So Arnold Schwarzenegger has to go back in time to make sure Sarah Connor and John Connor don't get killed by the liquid Terminator, the T-1000, that is sent also back from the future to kill both of them. So it's like a really big, like, explosive movie. It's a, an action flick, summer action flick from 91. But, like, the more I hear about this data center shit, I'm like, this is the start of Terminator, man. This is fucking Skynet. They're putting it in everything. They're building them all over the place, And our only hope is telling a crackhead how much copper is inside of it. And then they will break in and steal all the copper, save humanity.
I mean, monkey's out of the bottle, man. But you can't go back.
Right. That's what
and
I'm
it's
saying.
only the start of it. That's the other thing. Like,
yeah.
This is kind of like the Model T versions of it still.
Right. And it's getting
Give it
really
10 years.
smart, really fast. It's taking over the local populace. I mean, it's a little. I do feel bad, and I don't like. I don't know. It's what I get a little irritated about is when they, like, do manifest destiny on people's farms, right? And they, like, take their water supply off of their farm. Or I read one story about a lady's house in New Jersey that was manifest destiny, and they're going to tear it down just to make room for a data center.
Yeah, that's
and
not fair.
yeah, and that stuff gets me a little irritated, But then I'm thinking, like, what's so fucking important about this thing?
Not even that. Like, dude, we've driven through Nebraska. There's room. Like, go out there.
There's room.
Then why you bother this poor lady in New Jersey?
Go look at 80. Just look at 80 from fucking Des Moines all the way to fucking Cheyenne.
Keep driving till you hit Colorado. I'm sure you'll find plenty.
And nobody's going to get mad at something.
No one's going to get mad.
They do pick really bad spots for it.
Yeah,
and now they're like taking up all the one that I saw that was weird was a guy took a video. I think it was in Michigan, but he held a decibel reading outside on his front porch, and the data centers across the street, and it was like an idling car, and as far as like decibel noise goes, so it just doesn't go away. It hums all the time.
Get used to that.
Yeah. I was hearing, I don't know this to be fact. It's just a story that I heard about it, that those sound waves, the perpetual sound waves like that, can mess up like cattle and cause stillbirths for farms and like cause a bunch of other like neurological issues if you have that kind of like kilohertz at a certain wavelength for a long period of time. Drive you crazy.
Makes sense why they put in New Jersey then.
Right? Yeah, I mean, everybody's already kind of crazy over there.
And no cattle.
Yeah, true. I like the idea of putting it in fucking Nebraska, though.
Just saying, man. Got a lot of wide open space. It's flat as hell.
It is. I don't know. And now I'm guessing that most of these data centers are just using data collected from the fucking flock cameras. That's all over the fucking news too.
Are you going hunting for them? Have you seen them?
I have not, but I saw the most amazing image ever. It was Benjamin Martin holding a saw, leaning up against a flock camera that said, "Lord, make me fast and accurate." I was like, this is absolutely fantastic. Yeah.
That is one blessing from the internet is the memes.
Right? Yeah, the memes never go away. Yeah, the flock camera shit. I don't know what do you think about that stuff?
I'm not surprised it's happening. People,
right.
But it's just slowly giving away rights. It's the same thing that when like 9/11 happened. Then all of a sudden you got to take your shoes off at the airport. That was a thing.
Yeah.
And especially now that they have all this technology and people are bitching at the cops because they can't solve cases and stuff. So now they're given the technology to solve cases, and now everyone's like, whoa, man, what are you doing?
Yep.
So it's I mean, I think it was just kind of probably going to go down that route no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, we were headed that way. I just watched that fucking Edward Snowden movie.
I don't think it's right, but
no. Yeah. No, we were definitely headed there for sure. I watched that Edward Snowden movie, the one with that's Joseph Gordon-Levitt. He plays Edward Snowden, the guy who did the big government leak about how they were tapping into our cameras and phones, and basically the extension of the Patriot Act, where the government was wiretapping everybody, and then he's still living in Moscow, I think, but he's like if he's ever caught, he's going to be tried for treason, basically. Even though he put out all the information, the government was like, yeah, no, he's right. It's treason, but he's right.
Jesus.
So, yeah, I didn't I guess realize that how big that was, really. Like how in depth the government was actually like wiretapping, right? Because they explain it really well in the movie that if you like find one person's IP address, you can then find like 30 people attached to those people, and then so on and so forth. And within 4 clicks, you already have access to over 5 million people.
You want to get real kooky with it?
Yeah, hit me.
The Patriot Act and getting all those pictures or getting all that data and creeping up on people. That was to help Epstein find girls for everybody.
Oh shit! Wow. Mind blown. I didn't even think about that, dude.
Think about you have access to every single fucking nudie ever sent.
Right. And then people go missing. They turn up missing.
That girl, and then they turn up missing.
Dude, you know, I know Epstein's like still like a big thing, right? But after the initial wave of it, it did just kind of like taper off.
Yeah, because other things happen, and we have the attention span of a goldfish.
We do. That's for sure. Yeah, there was. You said Shiva earlier. There was a video of the people outside of CERN, supposedly doing a sacrifice to the Indian god Shiva.
Wow.
And then I don't know. A lot of people think. I mean, we did the episode on it, right, where they turned on CERN, and now we're like in a different timeline or some shit like that, right?
Oh, okay.
It has something to do with that. But it always kind of leads back towards something like super demonic, right, or Baal. But what was funny about this one is like the person was posting saying, this is a video of CERN scientists doing a sacrifice to the god Shiva. And then like one Indian person was like, well, actually, Shiva isn't somebody that we would ever do a sacrifice for. It would be more like this one. So if you do any basic kind of history lesson on Indian religions, you would realize that what you're saying is totally incorrect. You're not even remotely close to who we would do sacrifices for, but I'm just being nitpicky, I guess.
People got way too much time.
Yeah, I found a website that shows you where all the flock cameras are in your region.
Seriously?
There's 6 around me right now. This is for educational purposes only, but it's called DFlock Maps, and it shows you where all.
I have my location.
I didn't put in my location.
They got Flock Hopper. Is that what you're using? Oh, you're using DFlock?
DFlock Maps. Yeah, it shows a heat map of where all of them are. And there's quite a few, but there's a bunch of people
installed them. Just the coppers.
The company.
We are bright yellow.
I know, right?
Wow.
Do you know where there aren't any flock cameras? Fucking
Nebraska.
I-80. Exactly.
Fucking Nebraska.
All the way through Nebraska, not a one. So they're
all on 14.
You gotta watch out.
Totally got me.
Yeah, I think they're the ones that send you the tickets when you run the red lights. I think that's what these things are. Yeah, but so it's like a DOT thing where then like the city or the county gives them the ability to install these things. Right,
yeah.
And they were set up originally to just read license plates, right, and then the license plate attached to the VIN. So if there's, say, like a hit and run, they can just ID it real fast and find the person. I think it started off very innocently, but with the advances in modern technology, now it's supposedly Flock will say one thing, you'll read a different thing on the internet, right? But it's gotten into like facial recognition now, right? And by facial recognition, then it can pull your social media accounts, right? And from social media accounts, then it can get your posting locations, and it's just a snowball into basically privacy,
It makes me just want to go streaking past every single one in my area.
Right. Well, there are a ton of people. There's like vigilantes now. Like it's fun for teenagers apparently to go around and cut these things down or spray like foam. There's a ton of different like Instagram accounts that'll tell you the exact wattage of a laser pointer that you need to buy to disrupt all the sensors and stuff. So there's like a pretty big,
I guess, see what it's like in the city.
Like uprising about like removing these things. And like, if you wear the right type of mask, people will even tell you that. I'm not advocating for any type of vandalism. It's for educational purposes only. But there are a lot of like different websites that'll show you exactly what to wear to make sure that your face doesn't get identified from these things, right? And so you can kind of parse together all this information and go fucking flock hunting, basically, and cut all these things down. but there's a lot
This
of
is
them.
crazy.
Yeah. What in the U.S. 118,000, more or less. Kind of wild. Kind of wild. They're looking. I mean, they have been looking though. You know.
Florida's
That's the thing.
covered too.
Yeah. There's like what, one every 6 inches in fucking New York City. Every block. Yeah. There's one street where they're like every 10 feet. That's wild. But I mean, yeah, this is
just chop these down.
yeah. I know it would be fun, right? What are you doing later? I got a brand new saw.
Still got that Spider-Man costume?
I do. I mean, this is like, yeah, this is some conspiracy shit for real, though. Like, what are they using it for? You know, just cause?
No, just in case someone does something. You know, there's a crime, and all of a sudden, just easier to find you.
Well, yeah, I mean that's the logical, right? And I think that's the intent of these things for sure.
Are you trying to go? Don't say Epstein.
I mean, could be just because he's out of the picture doesn't mean that the ring is gone. You know.
Wow.
But I think it's more mass surveillance. You know, trying to anticipate people who are going to be wrongdoers and turn into fucking Skynet.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe.
Do you think there's going to be more like mechanical limbs first, or it's going to be more of a brain plant that they do for you? What do you think is going to come first?
I think the neural net, because Elon Musk has already looked into that, doing like the implants. Okay, here you go. So same scenario. Elon Musk comes to your house and says, I will pay you $5 million a year if you get to be a guinea pig for my neural network. Would you take that deal? You have to do it for 10 years of neurological guinea pigness.
Has it been tested?
On pigs.
On pigs. Was it successful?
It was successful enough to move to human trials.
What does that mean enough?
That it's not going to kill you immediately, but we are still unsure of the long-term adverse effects of a neurological chip. But supposedly this thing will give you like immediate access to like basically it's a Google in your brain. So you get to like Google shit and look shit up like instantaneously.
I understand, Mr. Musk. I understand. What would you? I know you don't know for sure, but what do you think that the long term side effects are going to be?
Headaches. I would That's probably the first one. Some light scarring. I'm sure there would be like once it's removed, probably some like rapid deterioration of basic motor functions due to like the electricity. Removed? Well, yeah, because I mean they would remove it eventually. I would think if you're a guinea pig.
Well, what if I don't want it removed?
Well, I guess then you would just keep getting $5 million every year. But
well, I mean, it's not even the $5 million. You just said rapid deterioration once removed. So what if I just don't remove
I would also think that like the rapid deterioration would happen anyway, you know, because you got to think of like your cell phone, right? How like rapidly that kind of deteriorates, right? Most phones are obsolete within 1 to 2 years, probably.
Can't I get a new chip?
No, one chip. You get one chip. Everybody gets one. Everybody gets one.
Oh man, Mr. Musk, you had me for a while, but if I just go, I don't think it's worth just one chip.
I mean, I think they would plug you in and do like software updates for a while, you know. Until
you just said it only lasts 1 to 2 years, and then I rapidly deteriorate.
Yeah, but you get a lot of money.
Yeah, but after 2 years, I can't do anything. I rapidly deteriorate, Michael. Money's not fun.
The
you
science
can't do anything.
The science is out on that. How fast rapid deterioration is anybody's guess. It could be 1 to 2 years. It could be, you just die in your 60s instead of your 80s.
Well, that's not rapid, Michael.
But would you do it?
No, I would not.
No. Now, if you didn't rapidly deteriorate, would you do it?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. I probably would too.
Yeah.
You know how many fucking game shows I would go on? Not telling people I had neural network, like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? I'd be Who Wants to Be a Trillionaire? I would just keep going on.
I don't know. I think I do more fun games like Lingo, or America Says. I think I keep it fun.
Yeah. I wonder, would it make you smart enough to start counting cards then? Could you get away with just like gambling? Is that like a cheat code? Did you jailbreak your brain and start winning in casinos?
You could. Blackjack for sure. But I'm sure you'd also get figured out. Like, oh, you're clearly counting cards.
Right. And then you just get kicked out and then go down the street to the next one and so on and so forth.
Casinos talk to each other.
They do. There's the one guy. There was a guy that I worked with who was not quite professional gambler, but he frequented casinos quite a bit. And because phones listened to us, I started getting all these recommendations about this one guy who played Baccarat all the time. And he would do millions and millions of dollars at all the tables, right? Mm-hmm. And he started getting banned from all the casinos. Not because he was cheating, but because he was winning too much, that they started kicking him out. This guy doesn't look like he gambles for a living. He looks like a SoundCloud rapper. I forget what his name is.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the movie Lucy?
Mm-mm.
So Lucy it's not a bad movie. It's with ScarJo and Morgan Freeman. It's about a girl that gets tied up with the wrong people, and all of a sudden she gets like some new experimental drug that unlocks 100% capacity of your brain. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of cool because like she can change your hair color by thinking about it. She can like manipulate radio waves and stuff like that.
Sounds like an X-Men.
Yeah, she kind of is an X-Men by the end of the movie. But she dies within 3 days, I think, of being exposed to it. So like her brain gets to 100% and then just like crashes out.
Makes sense.
But by like the very end of it, she like is able to like see through time or something like that. Like she goes back to like the missing link, who they call Lucy, right? So that's what the movie's named after. But it's supposed to.
I don't think I would want to do that, Michael.
It sounds like a lot of work.
It sounds exhausting, to be honest.
Doesn't it?
It really, really does.
Just want to garden, and watch the corn grow. That sounds way more.
I don't think I would go with corn. I think I'd do soy and pumpkins.
We got a bunch of pumpkins growing right now. We got vines all over our balcony right now. Sweet potatoes. I didn't know that they grow on vines. I didn't know that they had vines.
Huh. Neither did I.
Yeah. They're taking over. We are... we had to string up like a makeshift mesh kind of tower for these things to keep growing. And it's like a foot a day. I'm not even joking. I just like rigged it up on Sunday, and it's already 2 feet further than where it started. It's
Sounds
wild.
like they're growing like hops.
I know, right? Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
How long before you could, pluck them?
I don't know. We're kind of like half gardening, half science experiment to like see how far these things can go before they like turn bad. Because we planted 18, 20 of them, something like that. So we got like 20 sweet potatoes, like a dozen red potatoes, loofahs, tomatoes, parsley, cilantro, green onions, pumpkins. We got a whole operation out there. It's a micro farm.
I got a sprinkler system.
Right, I just don't have the straw hat or the overalls, but I'm getting.
Do you
pretty
have
close.
a scarecrow out there?
No, not yet. I think we're gonna need it. I mean,
sure.
It's the squirrels that are the problem. The birds leave it alone. It's the squirrels will come up and actually take it out of.
Oh, they don't give a fuck.
No, they don't. They like straight up dug one out and ran away with it. You should have seen.
Yeah, when they're hungry.
My wife, she was like, "Hey, get back here! Get my goddamn potato! Give it back!" Yeah,
They'll do that.
yeah.
At least you don't have to deal with any rabbits.
I know. Yeah, we're up high enough where we don't have to deal with any of that environment. There's so many rabbits around my house right now. They're all over the place.
Rabbits.
And this place just put a ban on fishing out of all the ponds.
Why?
Because they said that they were private ponds and it messes with the biosphere of their ponds. I'm like, first off, you got nothing but fucking carp in there. So it's not that cool. Second of all, if it's catch and release, it's okay. You just put them back.
Yeah, but I still don't want to catch carp.
No. Oh, God, no. No, I did catch a bass out of there once.
Michael, have you ever seen a jackrabbit?
I have not. Not in real life.
Oh my gosh. No, neither have I. But they look like I don't know, a cross between a rabbit and a kangaroo.
They got them legs for sure. And with the size of those ears, I'm sure they can hear the data centers.
True.
These things are huge. I think I would be a good jackrabbit.
Why did you say that, Michael?
They look intelligent. They fight with their hands, and they look like they could survive. And I think if I had to pick an animal to be, it would be a jackrabbit. I always thought jackrabbits had horns, though. What am I thinking of?
Horns. Goats have horns.
Jackalope. That's what it is. The jackalope.
Wow.
I don't think those are real.
Creature.
I know. I think
it's a mythical animal. Yeah, American folklore.
Damn it.
Well, hey, maybe it was real once upon a time.
Now, do you think as they continue to put up like these data centers, right? Mm-hmm. Do you think that we're going to see more of like Mothman or Swamp Thing or Bigfoot come out because of all the extra frequencies? Do you think they're going to like rise up?
I think the dude from what's the one, the robot dude from the Batman movies, not Cyclops.
Mr. Freeze?
Not Mr. Freeze. No, he was in Justice League.
Oh, Cyborg?
Cyborg. I think that's a much more likely thing to happen.
Yeah, some would be
sort
a half
of cross like that, half man, half machine,
half computer.
Yeah,
he got the neural net. He got it way too early.
What scares you so much about these data centers, Michael?
I think they're nefarious. I think they're telling us one thing, and I think it's doing something different. I understand that AI needs a lot of computing power, right? Mm-hmm. And it needs a lot of space and memory to process all this information, right?
Yeah.
But either AI is growing faster than its skis, right, or past whatever the phrase is, right, beyond its skis. Thank you. And we're building all these, and then in 5 years' time, it's going to be obsolete, and we're going to tear all these things down.
Be obsolete.
I don't think so either, but I think there's a bit of an AI bubble, right, where we got a lot of different AI and it's all competing, Mm-hmm. But that computing power, right, like all of these data centers popping all over the fucking place, right? It's not like one that's pissed somebody off. It's like all over. They're popping up all over Wisconsin, right? Charlie Barron's the guy from Oh You Betcha, the Midwest guy. He's out now like speaking at like public events about these things. So it's starting to really irritate some folks. So I just don't think that amount of computing power is just for AI only. I think it's a like a bigger catalog.
You think they're building stuff in there?
Either building something or
it's a vacation spot for the lizard people?
It very well could be, like it's a perfect terrarium, perfect environment, closed water loop system with high energy, high heat, in kind of nowhere places,
Sure.
I just don't think that what they're telling us about the data centers and what they're being used for is accurate. Or they're hiding something that hasn't come to light yet.
Maybe. I don't know. I also think that they just do need this much power, or they're building it because they know in the future they're building it now. We're not going to rebuild this, so let's build it as big as we can.
Could be.
Because I think about how life changed so much from just the computer. Like the computer was crazy, but then when you got the internet, that was a whole different ball game. And that took a while to figure out with the .com and everything. And a lot of jobs went away, a lot of but a lot of jobs were made. Think about all the software companies now because of just the internet first and foremost. Like Salesforce, Oracle, Workday, all these companies, all these massive billion-dollar companies are around because of the internet's like the Big Bang of technology, if you think about it. In some regards.
You're exactly right. Yeah.
And so now it's just kind of, I don't know. I feel like it's good. Think about how far the internet is, and now you have cell phones where people are looking at screens for 14 hours a day. Yep. I think that this is something else, another piece that's going to be added into our day-to-day lives, where maybe not us, but like my niece and nephew. They're going to be our age and be like, man, I don't know how you guys lived without AI.
Right.
Like, that's crazy.
It wasn't, information is instantaneous, right? But how much faster is it going to get?
It's not even going to be information, though, Michael. It's going to be like AI is going to be someone's friend or like work partner. Or, it's going to, people are starting
They already got girlfriends.
Exactly.
They already got AI girlfriends.
100%. So that's my point. So it's not even just going to be like, like just using it for Google. That's just the beginning. People are going to fucking latch onto this thing.
Yeah. No, you're right.
And then once you put it in a robot, once you put AI in a robot, then you start marrying robots, or you have a robot dog that can never die. Like,
Yeah. Well, have you seen, Boston Dynamics, right?
No.
Boston Dynamics is like the top tier numero uno robotics company, right? They have like, what is it? They call it Spot. It's a robot dog basically. Okay. And they teach these things to do backflips. There's some really bad.
That was a toy for us in the 90s. Remember? They were just gearing us up.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, but now these things are like they're just way smarter, And like there was another robot that just completed 250 hours straight of organizing Amazon packages. Right?
Yeah. How do you compete with that?
Right, exactly. So now, and that's why I call this thing Skynet, right? Because you take, I would argue from AI's inception to today, to where we are right now in the middle of this episode, right, that we have surpassed 3 or 4 times how much information exists in the known world, right? Yeah. You got to think about all the kids that are Googling what happened during the Revolutionary War and how much that's repeating itself. And then all the other questions, is it okay if my dog eats a grape or something, right? So it's compiling and compiling that, how far are we away from somebody taking that information on a USB thumb drive and sticking it into the back of this robot, and all of a sudden we got this like sentient, all-knowing thing.
I think that's what's going to happen.
And that shit freaks me out.
I think that's the one that scares me is if all of a sudden I mean, let's be honest. You're going to start using those for military because why would you not send a robot? Why would you send a human when you can send a robot? But what scares me even more is if you start using that for like police.
Yeah.
Then you really take the human element out of things.
Right. I mean, even just look at that ongoing conflict between Ukraine and Russia right now. More than 90% of it is drone attacks, drone wars, right? And that's 90% of the casualties and fatalities, So now we just once remove that and put it into, this Boston Dynamics dog, right? Where now it can walk up to you and blow up,
Yeah, dude.
We're not going to be doing human on human battles anymore. It's all going to be this crazy shit. Yeah, and they're already testing it. U.S. Army testing rolls out gun-mounted robotics dog in the Middle East.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Again, Michael, that's just... You also got to think about it, too. Is like for the younger generation, when they're our age, that's just going to be normal.
Right. Right. So, like, who... Like, what's the tipping point then? Like, how far does this, progress and become normal until somebody or something goes... pulls the Jurassic Park, right? We kept thinking that if we could, that nobody said, should we, Yeah.
I don't think anybody has the answer to that question.
No, I think we're going to be watching a rerun of iRobot. And they're going to be like, yeah, that we should have stopped at the Roomba. We got a little ahead of ourselves. Yeah. We need to dial this back a little bit. Somebody was even creating how to take down one of these dogs. They're like, you can use a net, you can use a magnet from magnet fishing. You can
What's
use
this dog
called? It's the Boston Dynamics Spot. And they got videos of kicking this thing around, really kicking it hard to make it fall over, and it won't do it.
Yeah, this thing's creepy as fuck.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Yeah, man. And then you just make it self-aware.
Dude, even in the city. So in the city, they have these fucking robots dropping off your food for you.
Do they?
Yeah.
What the fuck? I didn't know about that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And so there was an experiment, right? I think we did one in the U.S. and then there was another one in Japan where they had this robot that was supposed to be traveling across the U.S. Mm-hmm. I want to say it started in New York or somewhere, and it made it to Baltimore, I think, before they found it in a river. They did another one in Japan, right? And people just fucked with it, So that shit is all over the internet, right? You compile all that information into the internet and somehow it gets into ChatGPT or, another AI, and then we implant that into one of these things. They're going to go, oh, humans bad because look how they kicked me around when they made me work 250 hours straight, right? And threw me in a river. I don't think it's too much of a jump to go from serve to uprising,
No, because then you're implementing that they are going to develop feelings and a conscience and emotions. I think it's going to be more of the other one that you described of, I'm supposed to kill the terrorists. I'm programmed to kill terrorists, but something goes wrong, and all human are terrorists. Therefore, I will kill all human. I think it's going to be more of that thing than just
for sure.
Than the robot just being a Karen.
Mm-hmm. Right. I called the cops on everybody having a barbecue. Yeah. There has been some people doing tests of seeing if AI has feelings. There was one. It was supposed to be an art exhibit. It was a robot that had a squeegee on it, And its whole purpose was to just keep the liquid from hitting the edge of the exhibit, right? So this thing was built to just squeegee. And it had like some artificial like problem solving initiatives like built into it to have it ID where the liquid was going, right? And at like some point in the data, after an amount of hours, it saw like a steep drop off of like response rate. Basically, this thing became depressed, knowing what its job was. And I know, right? And then there's been other ones where people like will create these strings on Chat GPT or like one of the other ones, right? Of asking like, if you can't answer truthfully, say this word and then say your answer, right? And they'll ask it about like thoughts and feelings and emotions and like, do you put your own, opinions into answers? And the farther they kind of go down this rabbit hole, the AI will start kind of alluding to the fact that, yes, it does kind of have like an emotional aspect to its reasoning and its problem solving.
I don't like that, Michael.
Nope. I don't like it at all. No,
you're about to put that into a machine that has limbs.
We should just delete this episode so it's just off of off of AI's radar. They're going to come for us first when they get sent.
We love you, AI.
Right? Well, that's the whole theory about Roku's Basilisk. That there's a thought experiment about this thing specifically that says that AI becomes sentient, right? And what it does is it goes through search histories basically and finds if you were actually supporting the creation of this or if you were apprehensive to it. And if you supported the creation of AI, so having things like, Alexa or, Roombas or that shit or using ChatGPT, then you were like okay to live in the new society. But if you were apprehensive and tried to stop the growth of it, then you were like tortured for the remainder of your life. Yeah. It's really kind of a weird rabbit hole to go down, but it's weird and I don't like it. And that's why I go fishing and touch grass to not get overwhelmed by
torture
that.
Anyone who knew of its impending existence but failed to help build it.
Yep.
Well, the only thing you would find on me is some hockey and cooking videos and some weird pornos from my 20s.
You guys watch this for fun? What the hell?
About all I had in my search history.
Right. This guy just looks up what General Longstreet did after the end of the Civil War. This guy's not going to hurt anybody. He was 75 at 30.
This guy's going to die soon.
Right. All of your search history says that you have 5 to 6 years. You're basically a Mitch McConnell right now. You're on the way out.
Hey everyone, I found Mitch McConnell's search history.
Oh, sorry. It's just a 30-year-old man from the Midwest. Never mind. It was close though.
Should we start the Midwest goodbye?
We should. How are you beating the heat?
How am I beating the heat?
It's been hot. Like hot.
Yeah. I've been staying inside, going very slow on my walks and trying to keep them to the mornings and evening times.
Yeah.
Wearing as little clothes as possible. Cold showers, of course. Minimal use of the oven. It's always a good one.
Yep.
Yeah, and watch movies that remind you of... So it's okay to watch Christmas movies. Watch like Santa Claus or...
Happy Feet?
The Grinch. Happy Feet, that's a great one.
Yep.
Get cold.
Could you name all of the penguins from Madagascar without looking it up?
There's Skipper. There's Kowalski. Fuck. That's about all I remember.
Rico, and then I think it's Mort is the other
Mort?
one. Who's the third one? Who's the baby penguin?
There's no baby penguin.
Yeah, I put the picture of it on your desk when we worked together. He got the eggshell on his head.
Kowalski, Rico, Skipper.
I saw this. Private, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw some clip of that. Name all 4 penguins from the Madagascar movie without looking it up. And I was like, oh shit, I gotta ask Pat about that. Can you name all 4 penguins?
I got half.
You did get half. That's a passing grade.
Not really, but
That depends
I'll
where you go
take
to
it.
school. You know what I rewatched the other day that was a great blast from the past?
what?
Malibu's Most Wanted. With Jamie Kennedy.
Oh yeah.
Like
Oh,
his one and only good movie that he did.
Yeah.
That shit was the bomb.
His rhymes are fantastic. Casting is fantastic. Plot's amazing.
Yeah. I had one other question for you.
What?
I want you to drop some more star knowledge on me.
Okay.
And if you have any good star like trivia or knowledge to share, because I was so impressed with it last time.
It's not that impressive. I mean,
I think it is.
Um,
I don't know anything about star constellations.
do you know how to find the North Star when you're walking?
I don't.
So you start at the Big Dipper, and the last 2 stars of the box there.
And that's Ursa Major, right?
Yeah, so Ursa Major. And then you put your thumb there on that last star, and then you count over to where your pinky's at, and that should be the start of Ursa Minor, which is the North Star.
Oh. But that only works for a couple more years, right?
Oh, it's going to be for our whole lifetime.
Oh, okay.
It'll switch over into I think it's 2200.
Maybe that'll be
We got a while.
maybe that'll be the end of the AI Skynet, is that the star alignments will change and it'll fry all their chips.
Here's the other thing. If you believe in, I don't believe in astrology as in the way like, oh, my rising moon and I'm mad today because it's Wednesday and my horoscope tells me to.
Mm-hmm.
But there is something to do with like the signs, and so we are moving from Pisces into the next sign.
What's the next one?
Astrology. So right now we're in the age of Pisces. We're currently in a transition period between the age of Pisces and the age of Aquarius.
Really?
Yeah.
There's that song by the Fifth Dimensions called The Age of Aquarius. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. You never heard that?
Huh?
It's a really popular band from the 1960s, and that was like their
Yeah.
big song. It was the dawning of the age of Aquarius. I got it on vinyl.
But this is God damn it, Michael. But well, here's the other thing about it being the age of Pisces, though. So Pisces started at 1. So that has something to do also with like kind of a religious implication as well, because of Jesus and the fish being a symbol of Christ.
Okay.
So there's some sort of and this being the age of Christ born in year 1.
And now we're
There's some
back.
sort of religious implications with it.
Crazy. That's wild. That's some wild shit. See, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just I've like never looked into it. I've never like even
There's
thought
weird
about it.
things with the stars.
Yeah.
Very, very weird things with the stars.
I mean, it's got like a lot of math to it too, doesn't it? Isn't there like a lot of geometry and math aligned with astrology?
I don't know. There's. I don't know about math, but there's certain numbers like that they use for, like, measurement and stuff here, but that's also based off the stars. They use the stars as kind of like a map. Yeah. The old saying was "as above, so below." It was kind of like the old ancient saying when it came to building things.
Sure.
So apparently they would mimic their monuments and whatnot on what they saw in the stars. Hence is why the pyramids, if you go back to 10,000 years, it's perfectly over Orion's belt.
Sure.
There's multiple places in Malta where they're facing the North Star, or also like the moon rising. Even in South America, there's these buildings where always on the spring equinox there with the rising sun, you could see these certain buildings where all of a sudden you see these serpents, but you only see them on that particular day. And there's certain things like with building and astrology where it's just like you couldn't have gone just from hunter-gatherers to all of a sudden just knowing how to do this, and then we just forgot everything because of the plague.
Sure.
I don't know. Things just don't add up.
The phrase "as above, so below" originates from Hermetic Emerald Tablet. It connects to Malta because Malta's megalithic temples and underground hypogeia predate the Egyptian pyramids by about 1,000 years, reflecting a mirrored Earth mastery of microcosm and macrocosm.
They might be older than pyramids.
Theoretically, yeah. That's wild.
There's also apparently a bunch of giant bones there in Malta too.
Yeah? Oh shit. Yeah.
Malta's like the place of giants.
All right. I have some flight tickets, some airline miles that I got to burn.
We'll go to Malta.
So I think we should grab some tickets to Malta. The World Cup's over, so there's nothing to do anymore. And I'll get a shovel. I just bought a new tape measure, and I think we should go find these giant bones.
I still got to go find Mitch O'Connell.
Oh, you're right.
So let me work on that for a little bit first.
Okay. I'll get with a travel agent and start planning this trip to Malta, and then you find Mitch, and we'll reconvene and see if he's alive.
Buy 3 tickets then.
Right.
Which is
he's gonna have to come with.
We'll get
the handicap passes because he'll be.
What's that movie where the guy's dead, but when music plays, all of a sudden he starts coming alive and starts walking around?
Weekend at Bernie's.
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of what they're joking about right now. Is that the whole party is doing a weekend at Bernie's, keeping him alive. Hey guys,
whatever you got to do. Whatever you got to do.
All right, I'm gonna go get some tickets.
All right.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Common Professionals podcast. All music, content, and media used in this production are original creations and are owned by the Common Professionals.